Welcome back to the channel. It's day 16 of NaNoWriMo. It's day 107 of me working on this novel. I'll start, as I usually do, by going over a little bit of my day. As I mentioned in the video yesterday, I went and cut some wood. So today it was all about splitting and stacking the wood, which was a long process, and it's far from over with, I'll say that. But that took up the majority of my day. Then there was the everyday stuff. I started writing around 8 o'clock, and I made some pretty good progress, I felt, with the scene. It was kind of different compared to some of the other stuff that I had been writing, in the sense that there's a lot of action in this scene that I worked on tonight, and the earlier work, a lot of it had been dialogue and situations and small spaces of action within a chapter or a scene or whatever. So this was different, but it wasn't bad. I did notice, though, it seems to me, what I really like about the writing, I think, is the characters and the dialogue. There's a couple lines of dialogue in what I wrote tonight, and when I looked back over what I had done, I was like, that's it right there. Like, those are the things that, kind of made me smile, and I was like, that's cool, So anyway, in the tradition that my brother started, by encouraging me to read some from the draft, I'm going to read a very small part from it, from what I wrote tonight, and hopefully that'll go okay. So let's get into it. Walter looked down at the growing red stain and the ripped fabric of his pants and sighed. My leg's banged up. Something hit me in the water. I'll live, but it's going to be a little bit before I can move, he said. A splash in the water drew Kevin's attention back to the island. Both the torch and the woman were gone. He looked out across the water uneasily, then made his way down the bank to where Walter was laying. He jabbed his staff into the ground, then knelt down, inspecting Walter's wound. It looks bad, but I don't think it's cut too deep. Let me see your pocket knife. Walter slipped his aching hand in his pocket and pulled out a small case knife with an ivory handle. He tossed it over to Kevin and closed his eyes. Duke laid down beside him and nuzzled his arm with his nose, whining gently. It's all right, boy. You're safe now. We're going to get you out of here and back home as soon as I'm able to get moving again. Kevin cut a long strip from the bottom of his flannel shirt and looped it underneath Walter's leg. Get ready. This is going to hurt. Walter chuckled. Ain't this the part where you hand me a leather belt and tell me to bite down, or at least give me a bottle of liquor to swig from? Kevin grinned at him and shook his head. I think that's only for removing bullets and arrowheads, he said. So that's my little part for what I wrote tonight. There again, it's coming from the rough draft, so take it for what you will. I had planned to do some other things for this video, but it is getting really late. And I decided that I wanted to try to start going to bed a little earlier So I'm just going to cut it short. I will say I put some more thought into what I mentioned before about Twitter, and I'm hoping that I'll have that set up soon, and if so, I will add it in the description for one of these videos. It's late, it's after 3 o'clock, so I'm a little tired and out of it. You just have to forgive me for being spaced. I think that's all. As I usually say, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you found in your story or in your writing, particularly today, that you enjoyed. Something small that you liked, or that's what I've found helps to make the whole process meaningful, you know. I watched a lot of videos recently where people have talked about, oh, I'm at day, like, you know, 15, or like, you know, you're halving this 1 month, and I'm sitting here thinking, it's a different world when you're 3 months in, or 4, however many I'm in now. Like, this seems fucking crazy to me. This being the first creative project that I've really sat down and focused on for that length of time. So, but it's, I don't know, it's not bad, but it does require persistence, and not every day is simple, I'll say that. So I'm rambling, this was supposed to be short. Yeah, I hope that your stories are going okay. I hope all of you are well. Thanks for your time. Have a good night.